Hey guys, what's going on? I'm James Barber. It's time for another installment of Coaster Clash, where we put two comparable roller coasters head to head against each other to see which one is the better attraction of the two. This week, we have two B&M coasters, Afterburn and Alpengeist. These are often considered very intense and whippy inverted roller coasters, and it seems that these opinions vary on these attractions. And this week, to settle this debate, I'm going to compare the two attractions against each other to see which one is the superior ride. Let's get started. Starting off with one of the most crucial elements on a roller coaster, we're talking about the first drops. And inverted roller coasters, ironically, aren't known for their first drops, though. It's never true a highlight of their ride experiences. Afterburn has a fine first drop. It curves to the right and dives into that vertical loop of the ride. Nothing much else to say about it other than that. It just starts off the ride. There's no real highlight to the ride experience from its first drop. I would say the rest of the ride is actually better than the first drop. Alpengeist has an exception here because it is the tallest inverted roller coaster, so you can definitely feel the height in the drop. And I love how it really captures the essence of being on a runaway ski lift, which we'll get to later on in the video. I think I can safely say that inversions play the biggest role in an inverted roller coaster's experience. And both of these rides show that, as both attractions actually have 6 inversions. Afterburn has some intense, whippy inversions, and the Batwing and corkscrew elements are mental. Those are definitely the two best moments on the ride. Those Batwings and that corkscrew are phenomenal. Alpengeist has the same amount of inversions with 6, as I said, but it definitely doesn't have the same snappiness as Afterburn needs its inversions. I would say Afterburn is snappy on each and every inversion. Yes, I would say that, like I said, the Batwing and corkscrew elements are the best, but really the only element that shines at the same level as the Afterburn inversions are that Cobra roll. The Cobra roll is insane. I would say it's even more insane than Afterburn's inversions, but that's the only element on the entire ride that really does live up to that potential, which is sad, but it's also because Alpengeist takes a lot longer, a lot more spread out layout than Afterburn's really quick moments of inversions that are all really close and compact together. Let's shine the light over to the length of the two attractions now, because this is a critical moment in these two rides' experiences where they do differ quite a bit. The length of the two attractions are significantly different. Afterburn has a length of 2,956 feet, while Alpengeist has a length of 3,828 feet. Afterburn feels rather short, and it's definitely, you can feel that it's not that long of a ride when you're on it. However, that in a way leaves room for there to be literally no moments of slowing down. You cannot slow down during this entire ride because it's so quick, it's so snappy, it's so abrupt. With Alpengeist, you definitely can feel it's a much longer attraction, and in a way that is a positive and a negative, and we'll discuss that later on as well. Talking about the theming now, there's no real theme for Afterburn. Afterburn has a ginormous airplane outside the queue, and the trains are all designed to look like sharks and cardinals, but there's really no theme. I know it was once themed to Top Gun, the movie, so I know that there was once a theme for it, so Cedar Fair kind of just had to go with the overlay that was already there, but the theming there isn't fantastic, and it's really not that expected from a Cedar Fair park, so it's what you would expect. Alpengeist, however, has fantastic theming. As I talked about earlier when we talked about the drop is actually themed as a runaway ski lift. And it's fantastic. The lift hill actually resembles that of a ski lift, so if you look at the actual supports of the ride, it resembles that of a ski lift at a ski resort lodge, and that's what the actual queue and plaza that surround the ride are themed to look like. And you also, which is awesome, exit a German village to make your way into Alpengeist's plaza, which is fantastic. So you really feel like you're in a German town and you're going up to the ski lift and you're going on a ski lodge and you're going to go skiing on Alpengeist. It's really, really immersive. It's really awesome. And it's something that I really, really love about this attraction. These rides are fast. And let's talk about the speed now. Afterburn clocks in at about 62 miles an hour and you feel it. It's a very fast ride. The whole layout is consistently, it is flying. You never feel like you're slowing down until you hit the final brakes. Alpengeist is even faster at 67 miles an hour, and it has its moments of sheer speed, but it's definitely not consistent throughout the whole ride, which we'll discuss later. Talking about the intensity of these two rides, which is how I began this video, talking about how intense these attractions are, they're both very intense. As stated with the inversions, they are very whippy and intense, especially that Batwing on Afterburn. Alpengeist has that Cobra roll, which is insane and super intense. You may even lose feeling in your legs. That's how crazy intense this thing is. The rest of this ride is moderately intense, and the other versions do have some forces, but not anything like that Cobra roll. The layouts of these two attractions are very different. Afterburn has a solid layout. It packs a great punch for being such a short ride, but it's very compact. It doesn't really do anything. There's no terrain interaction there at all. With Alpengeist, it has a fantastic layout. It uses its terrain to its advantage. It will seriously have you thinking that you're weaving your way around the entire park because, I mean, that's how crazy long it is, and that's how fantastic it feels. I mean, you really cannot even tell where you're at some points in the ride. Let's dive into how well paced these two attractions are. That's right, we're talking about the pacing of these two attractions now. Afterburn is fantastic in this category. There's no mid-course brake run, and you are truly flying until you slide into the final brake run. Alpengeist, though, remember how I said that its speed wasn't that consistent, and that we'd discuss it later? It's later now. Alpengeist in recent years has had a mid-course brake run that's completely killed the last 1/4 of the ride. Some days are better than others, but it never used to run like that. I still quite enjoy that 1/4 because, hey, there are some fun inversions, but it's nothing like it used to be. It's come to that point in the video where we're going to decide which is the better attraction, Afterburn or Alpengeist. Both are fantastic B&M inverts, and we all have different opinions, but I have chosen Alpengeist. This decision was hard. I know the pacing in the last bit of the ride is weak, but honestly the theming, terrain usage, and sheer intensity of the first 3/4 of the layout more than compensate for that weaker 1/4. Afterburn in no way is significantly worse. Honestly, they're neck and neck in my book, and this could go easily either way. As you all know, those are just my thoughts and opinions, and I value your guys' as well. Give me a response, Afterburn or Alpengeist, and in the next Coaster Clash video, I'll share your guys' results. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.